Look. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to the Thin Crust Flopcast,
Fuck you.
episode 57 on June the 3rd.
Oh yes.
Oh boy, the title of this is not a lie, folks. So you'll understand when we get to it. I'm not going to go into it now because I want to save that for when it does happen. Damo knows what's coming. I'm sure most of you that have been paying attention also know what's coming. I don't know if I want to say yay or cry about it.
Maybe both. Who knows?
Oh god. But yes, welcome everyone. I hope that this Monday is treating you all very well. And also, hello YouTube!
Yeah, sorry. Hello, YouTube.
Also, we're also trying a little bit of a different setup here, so you guys can actually see when Damo is actually talking. Damo will actually flash up.
Yeah, exactly. Or it might just be my keyboard. Who knows?
Just if you have one of those mechanical,
Yep.
if you have one of those like mechanical ones.
I really want one still, but they're so expensive. I can't justify it right now.
They sound so good.
I do not look cute. Just
You do.
no.
Your pic looks cute.
My picture looks cute, yes, but I am not. Haha.
But Damo, you are cute, and I will not.
Nah,
You're saying you're not cute.
I am not cute.
Are you calling me a liar, you insolent fuck?
Fuck.
Well done, Damo. You caught the cipher.
Thank you.
Oh god. It's been one of those days, folks. It really has.
Yep.
Oh. I was fired up when I spoke to Lion about some stuff last night. I'm even more fucking wired and fired up now. Let's just leave it at that. And today's not exactly helped either.
No, I get that.
If anything, it's if anything, it's reinforced how I feel.
Yeah, no, I get that entirely.
But yeah, before we dive into the bullshit, let's get the niceties in there. So Damo, what have you been playing the past couple of weeks?
I've been playing, actually to be fair, I've been playing some Baldur's Gate, but with a twist, because I saw this person on, I believe, YouTube do this actually, using a chat AI to make all the decisions. In terms of obviously character, like the race, everything, like genuinely, not even just dialogue options and stuff, it's literally everything. And that was fun. It was definitely a different experience. Actually, you know, it was like, okay, fair enough. Like, you know, it almost killed Gale, and then it was like, you know, Lazelle's being very, very hostile, so let's kill.
So what is this? Is a created character run, Dark Urge run, or what are you doing?
It's just an origin run, really. I'm just using chat AI to make the decisions.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's
like they picked out the race, the class, the subclass, like everything. And I have to kind of like, if copy and paste was a thing for that game, so I would not have to type everything out, I so fucking would take advantage of that. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And like I said, the chat AI almost killed Gale, and I was like, well, just to clarify, if you leave right now, you may end up killing this dude. So AI reconsidered. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna pull him out. Awesome source. And then it came to getting Lizelle. It's kind of funny actually, to be honest. I say that because where Lizelle was hostile, obviously towards these two other tieflings after being captured, the chat AI was just like, yeah, okay,
Murder.
yeah, we're gonna have to kill Lizelle.
Is this murder?
Yeah, basically. I haven't gone very far in the game for it as of yet, sort of thing. But Arabella's dead already because Nat won on that roll that the
Ooh.
chat AI picked. Yeah, I know. I fucking know, man. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? And the thing is, the chat AI wanted revenge almost immediately, and I had to try and be like, okay, there's some side quests. Like, should we do that? Like, we're too low a level, my guy. Now imagine doing chat AI on honor mode run. Oh.
Oof.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good. But I've also been playing a little bit of Sons of the Forest as well. Obviously, as you know, Dead Space remake, Lost Castle as well with Ivy, Planet Crafter as well,
I
which I've
saw.
been
How
playing.
was Lost Castle for you?
It's honestly, it's so stupid. It's entertaining.
Do you know? Do you know what? Do you know what game I find stupid but also entertaining? Castle Crashers.
I might have to check that out.
If you get it on, you can actually get it on PlayStation, and it's multiplayer. And it's so stupid. One of the levels on there, you're basically having to essentially try and run away from this giant monster that's chasing you on
Yeah.
deer, and one of the deer is farting its way through the level.
Oh, I love that.
There's a lot of the way I would actually describe it. Remember how stupid some of the old Newground games were? There's a name for the ages, Newground. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
I'll have to check it out. Like, honestly, thanks for the recommendation.
And if you play multiplayer, because essentially the aim, correction, Chaos the Deer is shitting. True, but it's the fact is it's still relevant. The fact is also if you play multiplayer, because the aim was obviously to save various princesses.
Okay.
At the end of the boss battle, when there's a princess captured, you basically have to fight your teammate or teammates, and the winner then gets to make out with the princess.
Interesting.
Yes. Again, it is hella stupid. And to be honest, I want more people to play with on it. I think it'd be an absolute fucking laugh.
I'll definitely look into it. See if it piques my interest.
Let me put it to you this way. I've had the game, literally, I got it on the 360, and I got it on the PS4, and obviously, now I have it on PS5, obviously. So, yeah, if you like stuff that's got like dumb stuff going on in the background, you will. There's a lot of collectibles, and a lot of pets to get that give you various effects.
Yeah.
So, it's fun as hell. It is fun.
Okay, I'll definitely, like I said, thank you for the recommendation. I will definitely check that out.
And I recommend that also to a lot of other people as well.
But yeah, I've also been playing Planet Crafter as well, which Inventor joined me on my planet.
Yeah, and then to which you joined his and gained nearly all the achievements.
Yeah, pretty much.
How many are you missing actually now?
That's a good question. Give me a moment. I'll pull up my Steam.
Because I can just imagine it's like I can imagine it's like a barrage of fucking achievement notifications from Steam. So it's like. Brrr.
I've got 43 out of 55.
Fuck it, so you're missing only 7.
Yeah, basically.
Sheesh! And you only started the game like what, a few days ago?
Yeah, literally for like last couple of days. Yeah, 3 days ago now. Yeah.
Sheesh.
And he also yeeted the game at Ivy as well.
Yes. Ivy might enjoy that game.
Yeah, maybe.
That's if, you know, she can actually get it to work and her computer tells her basically not F you. Which, to be fair, I get. If the sister you're trying to play a game on turns around and says F you, then that doesn't exactly paint it in a good light for you.
Yeah.
So, I get it. I get it. So yeah, also Sons of the Forest, you've been on that.
I played that with Terra and Blue for a little bit as well.
With you dying quite often.
Yes, with me dying very much so, not very often.
I was expecting it. Shush.
I own that shit, man. I own that shit.
Oh, God. Anything else been piquing your fancy, or has it actually been those games?
I think it's kind of mainly been those games, to be honest. Yeah, that I've been playing.
Yeah. Alright, fair.
Yeah.
Me, I've I know like all the various shit I've been up to, like literally most of the shit I've been up to. You guys can check on various VODs and shit. Between Digimon voice acting, jumping on Dead Island 2, actually making quite a bit of progress on that. Actually,
Well, I mean, I've got my new power supply cable, so you know that's all plugged in now. So I'll have to re-download it, and hopefully that fixes the crashing issue.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed on that one. Obviously doing Honkai Star Rail, and I'm back on it, folks. I'm back on Genshin. Which is a surprise for a few people. Obviously Megaton Musashi as well, beating the story on that one. Kind of happy how they actually did the story in the end. Because I enjoyed the story, and it looked like they killed off the main character, which I was not too best pleased at how they did it.
Yeah.
But then he somehow got brought there. Somehow they kind of somehow look like one of the antagonists of the series. It looks like it's going to be saved him, and then gave him back to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, dude. Trust me, I'm well aware. But I'm only just on there doing dailies and then moving on. What the? Phone just went off. I've also been jumping on Persona 5 Tactica as well.
No, check you out.
Booting that back up. Bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Naturally. Been having some fun on there. And shutting down some people with my Dragon Maid deck. Which people. I'm also thinking. I'm thinking about actually because I've got a recipe up for Master Duel, and I'm thinking of making an Exodia deck. See if I can't actually win some matches with Exodia, because I've not actually done that yet. In all my years, I've never won with Exodia. So,
Okay.
I'm thinking it might be, you know, bash it out a few practices with your friends, and then maybe take that into some ranks and see if I can actually win some matches with it. And the deck recipe I'm gonna be using is oh my god, we got a raid. Tara, thank you very much for the raid. Jesus Christ. Not often this happens. Oh Oh no, inventor. Could I interest you in everything all of the time?
I beat you to it.
All of the time. Stuffed crust on the menu and pineapple is fine. Anything and everything.
Double
all
shout
of
out,
the
let's
time.
go.
Could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Stuffed crust on the menu and pineapple is fine. Anything and everything all of the time.
But mostly.
Oh wait, I forget Tangier will actually work here as well. But thank you very much, Terra, for the raid. Now then, what's all this shenanigans about a podcast? Well, welcome, Terra. We this is the Thin Crust Flopcast, where we do occasionally talk about video games and the bullshit surrounding them, and maybe some other stuff connected to it. And occasionally we do deviate to maybe like anime and stuff like that, because of how closely it is tied to it.
Sometimes.
Yes. But hello everyone, welcome in from the raid. I hope you guys enjoyed Terra's stream of some Dark Tide. And you come in at probably one of the more chill and more serious parts of this channel.
Yes.
I mean, it's true. It's literally probably the most serious serious that you actually get out of us. Chaos, I always put a scale under my bed. How else will I know how long I've slept?
Oh no.
Alright. Had fun purging with Commissar. I think that is. Is how you say that?
Yeah, Commissar, yeah.
But yeah, I've kind of just been. I've also been doing Pokemon Unite as well. Hey, Jim Jam, and actually boosting up my rank. Finally, that's gifting a sub inventor to Jim Jam.
Yeah.
Also had some fun with Mario Party the other day, which which I uploaded onto YouTube.
Very nice, very nice.
Now I should go get food. Bye. Thank fuck he's going.
Don't say that, you know I'll be back.
I know, I'm hoping we get this out on time. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to really, is doing all sorts of stuff like that. Oh, will we get onto some of that, John Boy? Trust me, that is actually.
I can't comment on the state of play because I didn't watch it. I was just watching the Silent Hill like release shit that they did live, not the actual state of play. So
I kind of I didn't really pay attention to the state of play itself. I kind of more paid attention to the games that they showed. Although some stuff has popped up that has caught my interest to the point where I'm just like... Again, we'll go on to that bit in a sec. We're not going to tackle that, obviously, because obviously... I've got a few things I want to say, and as I said, as the title of the stream says, a tangent warning. Yeah, happened like what, 4 or 5 days ago?
something like that.
It happened, yeah, about that. But yeah, first things first, folks. Onto something I would say is pretty ambitious and pretty stupid. So, many of us over the years have done on and off stuff with like Lego, like where it's playing games or actually doing Lego itself.
Yeah.
Many of us have various memories, whether it be fond or otherwise, from which you stood on a Lego set and to which you toppled over. That shit does hurt.
Yes.
But coming on September 1st, we get they are doing a Legend of Zelda, the first Lego set, which, not gonna lie, is actually pretty good. You can pretty much look it up, and they're actually doing the Great Deku Tree. And they're doing, well, 3 forms of Link and Zelda, but it looks like you've got young Link, and Adult Link from Ocarina of Time. Then you got from Breath of the Wild Link, and then Breath of the Wild Zelda. So you think that's pretty good. Looks like there's probably going to be some good stuff.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of about what you'd expect from a set like that. Obviously, we had the Mario set a few years back. Wasn't that expensive, to my knowledge. But this Legend of Zelda set, it's not exactly going to be cheap.
No.
By not exactly going to be cheap, I mean it's going to be $300.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that shit's just expensive. Nobody wants that.
I'm sorry, but for $300 you can get yourself a fucking Switch. You can get yourself an old Switch at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of stuff you can. I'm sorry. Collectors may go nuts, and to be honest, I have been seeing people meme on this online. Various people would say like, "Well, I hope any vase collectors aren't around because there might be people looking to get some money." They smash everyone's vases, and all they get just a bunch of hearts.
Right.
Not a single
Like, damn, dude.
not a single rupee round. Just for a big just for a big fu.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like for a I get for a brand as popular as Legend of Zelda is, I get obviously the price being up. I would like, to be honest, I was like expecting close to like maybe $100, maybe $150 at best.
Yeah.
But 300?
It's despicable.
Like, have a day off, Lego. Like, people like you and they like Zelda and all, but come the fuck on. It's like,
Exactly.
it's like, hang about. And for just, I'm sorry, if I'm gonna say Mario's set, it came with various things and attachable stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually make an entire like Mario course out of it. It's just the deco tree and 4 figures. And a bit of the surrounding. It's like, have a day off. I don't get whether, like, I have seen some people actually contemplating it.
I have no words for that, man. I have no words.
Where'd you get that money? There are some probably ways you can get it quick, but none of it legal.
Mm-hmm.
Which I do not advise or endorse, period.
No, not at all.
But, like, fucking just... Oh. Someone at LEGO must be, like... When they announce that price, someone must... I'm hoping this is just a late April Fool's joke. Because that is not going to sell. Like, that's only going to sell to... I'm pretty sure Die Hard fans wouldn't go that hard.
You'd think.
But then again, Die Hard fans, like, there are some pretty extreme ones out there, so who knows. But I'll sell bottle caps. I'm trained in the way of Fallout. You know what? Fair play. Fair play. You say that though, there actually are actual bottle cap collectors out there. They actually will pay a pretty penny for them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I think it was like about 6-7 years ago I heard about this. I think I heard about some bottle caps actually selling between like £75 to like 500, maybe $1,000. For a fucking bottle cap.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
I know, it's like, bruh. It's, oh man, I just exorbitant, just stupid. It's just stupid. Like Lego, like you guys have done good over the years with your various sets and stuff. Don't brick it now when you're about to do Zelda. See what I did there? Um,
Ha 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 ha.
yeah, don't brick it and pull yourselves together. Yeah, speaking of which, if we're getting a Legend of Zelda Lego set, I mean, we're getting a Legend of Zelda Lego game.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Could be interesting.
Like, it'd be. Oh man, honestly, I didn't think Lego Star Wars would have actually worked as well as it did, but lo and behold, they got fucking several games out of it. So
Well, yeah, exactly. Legend of Zelda could be interesting. Like, I haven't played that in so fucking long.
Like, how would
but
they-
personally,
like,
it's just not my thing anymore.
how would they go? Would they go with like an existing game, or would they actually make like a unique one? Because it seems like every single
It's
time.
hard to tell, yeah.
Because it's like with Legend of Zelda, it's like every single time there's like a new game, it's always like a new iteration. It's like it's not actually like part of the canon, or unless you know you follow in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
There's a spoiler alert for those of you who aren't aware. To my knowledge, the Link that's in Ocarina of Time is actually the skeleton knight that trains you in Majora's Mask.
Hmm.
Will not be surprised if a Lego Twitch streamer set for $2,000.
Oh my god. No. Don't say that. Don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it.
Lego Twitch streamers for $2,000. People don't buy it. They go over to YouTube. Then they go over to Kick.
Oh my god.
Hey yo, Lego OnlyFans.
Come your ass.
Twilight Princess that has the skin. Ah, right. Apologies. Thank you for the correction. Only blocks.
Oh my god.
Go to Face Block Live. It's like this stream on Faceblock is this stream on Faceblocks is brought to you by Rage Shadow Blocks.
Oh my goodness.
You see those like really like crap like video game ads that they used to have on YouTube all the damn time? It's like I've got 500,000 power. Well, he's got 5 million power. Have one of those, but for Lego, I've got 500 block power. I've got 2,000 block power.
Jeez.
Oh, the memes write themselves sometimes. They really do. But yeah, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, let us know in the comments if you would actually pay this amount for Legend of Zelda and for a Legend of Zelda Lego set, and what other stuff they might actually consider doing Lego, and what's the limit for you guys. I know for a fact I wouldn't pay for it, but then again I wouldn't pay for much these days.
I definitely wouldn't pay for it.
This stream is sponsored by Gamer Studs to fulfill your Lego needs.
To clarify, we are not being sponsored for this.
These are all just memes, folks. These are all just memes. But I love that, Jay. I love that. Well done, bud. Well done. That's still good, though, David. You have to admit.
It was good, but you know.
It's bad, but it's also good. But then what do you expect from family on my end?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, from Lego to a bit of a segue, a bit of a tag team one on this one from myself and Damo. Damo knows. Call of Duty cheat maker ordered to pay Activision over $14 million in damages. Well, as you know, there have been various like hackers and stuff over the years for various games, especially some of Activision's, especially Call of Duty. They're not exactly shy from anything like that. Well, one thing obviously these hackers have to be obviously aware of is if they get caught, they are most likely going to be in a number of levels of shit.
Yep.
Well, this particular person, actually got collared by Activision and taken to court. And apparently the username is Engine Owing. Apparently they were selling cheats for a number of Call of Duty games, as well as Counter-Strike, Battlefield, and Titanfall. Fucking
Jesus.
bastard, leave Titanfall alone. So you'd have to imagine, considering, obviously this would fall under the DMCA. Considering, like, literally they are breaking heavily their shit. And normally I wouldn't actually, like, agree with, like, an Activision move, but in fairness, actually going after a cheater like this, to be fair, not in normal circumstances outside the video game world, I would say this would definitely send one hell of a message. But all they're doing is basically, like, essentially is gonna line their pockets for the most part, because cheaters are gonna be coming left, right, and center, and especially targeting games like Call of Duty, considering how bad their security system is.
Yeah.
It's really it's a joke how bad it is. But
Well, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, hackers and cheaters and stuff like that, in terms of at least Call of Duty games, has been a massive thing that's been ongoing for years.
yeah, it's been going to, like, way since, like, God, we're talking, like, way back in, like, some of the earlier days, at least, when online play actually started happening for Call of Duty, like, all the way back then. And that's a long time, especially for some of you young ones. Not for this old fossil. Damo might be able to get away with it.
What?
Being the younger of the two that you are.
Alright, Daddy.
Fucking whippersnapper. Don't make me get the old man out that would argue with fucking Digimon.
Alright, old man, pack it in.
Hey, who the fuck do you think you're calling old man?
You sounded like one right about now.
You're sounding about as sassy as a little plant bastard.
Hey, what you gotta bring me into this for?
Get out of here, team dealer.
I don't know what you're talking about, old man. Here, have a cupcake.
I ain't touching any of your shit. You're worse than Team Rocket.
I don't know what you mean.
The voices. We can't escape the voices.
Nope.
Oh, fucking hell. So, yeah. The dude's been taken to court, and I do believe we actually now have the results.
We do. The results of said case, Activision actually wins 14.5 million in lawsuit against Call of Duty Cheatmaker.
I thought
Despite the...
I thought you were about to say loot box then.
Yeah, I almost did.
Hey,
despite...
how do you want your lawsuit winnings in loot boxes?
Oh my gosh. Despite the ruling, Cheatmaker Engine Owning said it will continue offering its software for sale. Activision has won a judgment worth more than $14.5 million against Cheatmaker Engine Owning, which has also been ordered to stop making cheat software and to turn over its website to Activision's control. The case began back in 2022 when Activision filed a lawsuit accusing Engine Owning of trafficking in circumvention devices, intentional interference with contractual relations, and unfair competition, Engine Owners offers subscription-based cheat services such as aimbots, triggerbots, and wall hacks for games including, as you already know, Titanfall 2, Counter-Strike 2, and several Battlefield and Call of Duty games. Activision describes the cheats in its lawsuit as malicious software products designed to enable members of the public to gain unfair competitive advantages, and sought an order shutting down the service, as well as financial damages, including all unlawful proceeds earned by the site. In a ruling issued on May 28th via The Verge, Activision got what it wanted after noting that no defendant has appeared or defended itself in this action since July 2023. A default judgment of $14,465,000 was awarded to Activision, along with $292,912 in attorney's fees. An injunction against future development and sales of engine owning cheats was also issued, and ownership of the engine owning domain was ordered to be transferred to Activision. This is the second courtroom victory for a game publisher over cheat makers in recent days. The past weekend, Destiny 2 studio Bungie scored a jury trial win over AIM junkies, but the financial penalty imposed in that case was much lower, a relatively paltry $63,200, which is still a hell of a lot of money for normal people, but as associate editor Ted Litchfield said, a rounding error for Bungie when you get down to it. 14.5 mil is also a rounding error for Microsoft-owned Activision, but best not to think too much about that. Whether Activision will be able to collect remains to be seen. Engine owning was based in Germany when the lawsuit was filed, but the company is apparently now operating out of Dubai, which could complicate enforcement of the ruling. Engine owning also indicated that it intends to continue operating and producing Call of Duty cheats.
Why am I not surprised?
But the last bit on this article as well says there has been a lot of false claims regarding the lawsuit against engine owning. It said in a statement, all the guys targeted in the lawsuit are inactive and have been for a long time. The project has handed over to a new owner years ago. Some news articles claim that Activision got access to the data for our users. This is completely false, and to no surprise, those news articles don't link at any kind of source. All relevant documents regarding the lawsuit are publicly available if you want to look it up yourself.
As are most court cases, literally, like, you can literally easily look these stuff up. But it's like, the fact that no one actually turned up to defend, that's literally just an open and shut case at that point. Like, the fact that no one showed up, like, obviously looking like based in Dubai, and the fact they're going to keep on going, yeah, it's going to take them a bit, but they're going to have to... That's going to have to be, like, maybe, like, an IP type thing. Like, how would they actually, like, at this point, enforce it? Like, I don't know, would it actually be, like, an IP, like, they'd have to get the IP of the website?
Yeah, it seems like they'd have to get the domain, like, you know, website and stuff like that. And obviously in the article, it did mention the actual website, hence why I did not follow suit with what it ends in, because I'm not going to be... you know, by word of mouth, kind of responsible for people doing that. And don't do that kind of shit, guys. It's, look, if you suck, get good.
Here's the thing.
Just don't play. Don't cheat your way through a game.
Exactly.
It's
I suck
stupid,
at...
especially online co-op.
I suck at Call of Duty. Do you see me fucking cheating? No.
Nope.
Shooting games are not my thing, so I ain't gonna bother cheating. No point. Literally, you just make the game boring and you piss everyone else off.
Yeah, and that goes for any game. Like, especially any co-op game. Like, don't pay to cheat. Like, that's just sus as fuck, and I think paying out that much, honestly,
and also,
I'd say is about reasonable.
And also, like, not only that, if you're actually like a content creator or you're a pro player and you're caught with cheats, say goodbye to A, your reputation, and B, your job.
Yeah.
I've seen like several videos over the years of like cheaters on various games like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike that have been blatantly caught out. And when someone's actually been suspicious of their gameplay, they'll trick her to press a button and it'll show briefly their cheat menu. And Tara's just said in my chat, if you're cheating in that game, you're already trash. Exactly.
Yeah.
If anything, you're worse than trash. Like, fucking hell. At least I don't need to cheat. At least I don't need cheats to actually get good. Look what happened to that kid like years ago who was a Fortnite streamer, and he did cheats to test them out on stream, and he got caught by Epic, and has now received a lifetime ban from Fortnite, the game that he was basically, that was his sole content.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, it's not worth the hassle.
It really isn't.
There's way too many legal ramifications if you get caught. And you lose so much more than it's worth.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, like, as a content creator... Just moving, don't worry, it's all good. You know, even as a content creator, but especially more so as well, even if you're not, like, you get caught with that shit, legal ramifications, like, if you don't have a lot of money for that...
Pro players.
You fucked.
Like,
yeah.
On the pro scene, you get caught, you're fucked. Like, especially with, like, when it comes to the pro scene, how eagle-eyed some people can be. Like, holy crap. I've seen some footage of, like, when people were cheating in the pro scene, and it is very subtle. And people are so eagle-eyed and attentive in the pro scene. It is ridiculous. Like, I'm pretty sure I've gone up against some, like, aimbotters and shit like that when I've played Call of Duty. But, at the same time, I've got no way to prove it. It's just my gut feeling. I will say this, though, when it comes to cheaters, one thing I have noticed, Valorant tends to do it, I'd definitely say, from what I've seen, they tend to do it a bit more right. Because when it comes to cheaters, obviously in like competitive games, usually a lot of the time that person will just get kicked out or banned permanently, and then your team is left down.
Yeah.
Valorant has a thing where if there's a cheater actually detected, an actual cheater detected, it will actually stop the match.
Oh, okay.
It stops the match, period. No one wins, no one loses. It doesn't affect your rank or whatever. And it's like, you know what? That actually is good.
Yeah, it really is,
like,
to be honest.
I don't normally give Riot credit because I don't play their games, but from what I've seen of various videos of cheaters being caught, and it's like, it basically shuts down the match instead of letting it continue and then you still take the L. It's like, well done. Well done. Although I have seen some videos where the cheater's gone owned every single time, and you know they're cheating, and the teams are still about to win. And it ends just as the team that had the cheat rod were about to lose. It's like that's rough, but that's the breaks, unfortunately. I'm sorry, if you also get dunked on and you're using cheats, then you really do suck ass as well.
Yeah.
I've seen that as well. I've seen cheaters clear as day still get dunked on. It's like, get fucked.
Well, think about that time, like, you and I, I'm pretty sure it was you and I, we were playing some Fortnite, like, ages ago, and we both got headshot, what seemed to be a sniper, but it wasn't a sniper.
Yeah. Got a headshot.
Clear as fucking day, and then later on, I believe, because I think we were both spectating at the time, they then, like, got one shot through a legendary sniper that was actually a legendary sniper.
Yeah. Now, it's great watching great watching cheaters get fucking owned. Tim the Tap Man, also, he'll actually, if he's playing Warzone, or when he used to play Warzone, he would actually spectate, like, the cheaters, watch him he'll have some suspicion, and then if he's got it confirmed, he'll actually speak to his guy who he knows, who works, and he'll get it pushed up the chain, and then you'll just watch them get bat, and you just watch the cheater playing, and all of a sudden stop, banned. So that's quite funny to see. So obviously it was mentioned earlier onto something different. It was mentioned earlier, obviously, the state of play.
Yes.
Obviously, you got one game in particular that you want to talk about. So do you want to run that one before I go on
Oh
mine?
yeah.
All right.
So as you guys know, and I did say I will keep everyone updated on anything Silent Hill 2 remake. And guess what? This motherfucker is delivering, quite literally, because the release date for the Silent Hill 2 remake on both PC and PlayStation, where you can pre-order obviously on PlayStation or on Steam, is coming out on the 8th of October this year. Now, okay, I did not watch State of Play, but I did watch the live that Konami, I believe it was, as well as IGN that covered it on YouTube. I watched that shit. Now, a lot of people, I'll say this, complained a lot because, you know, the graphics looked a bit weird, or the fact that what, I have to forget her name, don't I? The most infamous one in the graveyard scene, if you know what I'm going on about for Silent Hill 2. Basically, in the original, she was quite skinny, petite, blah blah blah, and the people are now complaining, "Oh, well, you've made her fat." Well, no, because it's not the fact like, oh, whatever. It's back then you couldn't kind of make characters the way you do now, and I think
That's
it's a good
different
thing
to.
that they did that.
Not gonna lie, I'm sorry to interrupt. That's actually different from some of the stuff I've heard people say. I've heard people say, "Oh, look, why? I didn't realize that we were getting a new Resident Evil game."
And this is the thing, it's a remake, not a remaster. I just want to remind everyone the differences, the two core differences. Remaster, glow up graphics, and maybe some bloom effects and ray tracing if you want to go that far. Remake entails added details, changes to the game. Regardless, like, I'm sorry, in the original Silent Hill game, you could not block. Not that well, at least, anyway. Now you fucking can. You can do that shit. I've seen it in the live for myself. And everyone's going, oh, it's such an L. Oh my god, what the fuck? But people also need to remember, Bloober Team have always stated that they have always been quite much so in terms of the development of the games and production. One of their main inspirations was Silent Hill. And not just that, can I also just state, they brought the original music composer, Akihira, to work on the remake. Okay, that has me happy, that has me excited, because that means they're reworking the old music in the game, they're reworking all like that side of things. And okay, the graphics don't look up to standard, I'm sorry, but there have been a lot of games where the graphics look very fucking weird when it's first released. No doubt there's going to be an update to fix that.
I'm just pop in. Also, folks, doesn't matter if the graphics are top notch if the gameplay is dog shit.
And you can't tell a lot just by one live video that they've done because it's not been publicly released yet.
Also, point out the day before, looks like it could have been good, ended up being dog shit.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not the point, though, is it? Like, people are like shitting on it, and I get it. It's like one of those games, like with certain movies, you don't want to really touch because of it all, and I understand that. But to see it in modern day era as well, I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it because it's like, yo, fucking finally.
I think the reason why a lot of people are kind of shitting on it at the minute, Damo, and this just might be just from an outsider's perspective, I think it is because of the recent Silent Hill attempt.
Message.
With that attempted thing, so a lot of people are quite sour, obviously, in regards to the name.
I can kind of understand that. I've played a short message myself, and they do throughout do actually have pop-ups in the game throughout the entirety of it. Is, you know, if you are someone or know someone, like, here's the number of websites, like, sort of thing, because I think what they were trying to do was raise awareness for mental health and stuff like that because of the type of story that short message is. Could it have done with something like a little bit better, like in the game itself? Yes, but the message itself to raise awareness is what I appreciate the most out of that, because I wouldn't think that would be a thing. And all things considered, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was free. If you really want to shit on something because of the name, Silent Hill Ascension. You know, the massive disappointment and heartbreakage that I had to go through playing that. Right? Yeah. You know, that. No, we don't talk about her. Anyway, give it a chance, give it a shot. If you know, you don't even have to pre-order it. If you don't want to, if you want to wait until gameplay footage actually comes out by your favorite YouTubers or streamers, it doesn't matter at this point. Wait and see them play it. Wait until they've released content for it and then make your decision. That's near enough literally what I do with every fucking game that I have owned ever, pretty much. I check out gameplay footage. If you still don't like it after that, you don't have to spend your money. It's as simple as that. I'm going to pre-order it because it's a game that I've been wanting remade for a very fucking long time. And that's just me. Because it's a nostalgia trip. Yeah. And not just that, yes, they're using the same director for the previous movies as well. For the new movies that are going to be coming out at some point. I don't know when that is, but obviously I'll keep you guys updated on that front too if that's what you guys want. I don't mind. Just let us know in the comments or whatever.
It's your thing, Demo. It's your thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Same as like if there were any like Pokemon news, you know for a fact that I'd be all over that shit.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like naturally, you know. But and I actually enjoyed the movies, just to clarify, just to put my piece out there. I actually kind of liked them because it was a different kind of perspective, but it also kind of didn't get to the point. But then that's my kind of genre movie anyway, that I enjoy watching. So yeah, anyway, I'm really fucking excited. I will definitely be pre-ordering it at some point. May not be next week like initially planned, but I will do beforehand because I do want the in-game skins that are coming with it.
Yeah.
Especially the doggo one, because we love that secret ending that I could never achieve.
That's a question. Do you think they're actually gonna have like the various endings that they had originally?
I think I did read somewhere a while ago because it's very 50-50 and I don't think the source would be credible enough, otherwise I would have brought it to attention beforehand.
Alright, then I'll change the question. Would you like there to be like the whole different ending stuff they had? Alright.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask. I'm not going to ask you for an explanation, I just wanted to check. Because I've seen some of the endings and they do look funny.
Oh, honestly, yeah. Seriously, they have a lot of endings, especially for the first three specifically.
Yeah.
And obviously with the fourth one as well. But again, that I did not like that game personally, so we don't talk about her. I did not like Silent Hill the Room, alright? And then I wanted to play Homecoming, and nothing wanted to work properly. And I was like, I'm not playing this on mouse and keyboard. This is for controller, and it wasn't even fucking ported properly. I couldn't even get it to map properly on an Xbox controller like initially like fucking designed, man. Let alone a PlayStation controller for this shit. Did not want to work. But I digress. You know, moving on.
Yeah. So for the rest of the state of play then.
Yeah, go ahead. This I can't give an opinion on because I didn't watch that. So yeah, go ahead.
I have, and so I'm going to go through the list that you can basically find the list of the videos that they show. Well, basically we're talking about the games, obviously, on the State of Play, and something that they did kind of mention. Well, for starters, we'll talk about what they did mention at the State of Play. They are basically wanting to have more live service games between PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm a bit, considering their recent actions. But I've got something on that in a bit, actually. Which, to be fair, if they actually do it right, and not screw over PC players, the way that recent stuff's been going on, I would, actually probably be a bit more down for that, Be able to play with some of our PC friends, I would actually like that. Now, in regards of the State of Play itself, they revealed a bunch of games. To those of you who actually have had the PSVR, or you may have come across this when you first had a PlayStation, Astrobot.
Oh god.
It's actually getting its own actual little game that looks like not VR. It's basically a, well, as a description, Gear up for a supersized space adventure with Astrobot. Charge into brand new supersized adventure with Astro across more than 50 exciting and diverse worlds. And it looks like it could be interesting. Not really something to be my cup of tea, but it looks like it could be interesting. But it's about what you expect from like a smaller IP like Astrobot. Concord, which what I saw looked like just another PvP 5v5 game. So, you know, my experience with Overwatch has kind of like, you know, killed any form of that with me. So, just no. It's a 5v5 first person shooter for PS5 and PC. Choose from a wide roster of characters and role types, each with unique abilities and personalities. Take on rival free gunner crews in daring space heists in 6 different online 5v5 PvP modes across a variety of exotic and fantastical maps that span the different planets of the ever-expanding Concord galaxy. No. Now, this next one is basically going to be a little bit of a whine at this point, but they kind of just need to fucking decide what they're going to do. Until Dawn.
Oh, whoa. What, Until Dawn?
They're basically making a PS5 version and PC version. That's literally it. They're just upping the graphics for PC and PS5. I don't know why they had to announce that at the State of Play. If it had been maybe Until Dawn 2, might have actually garnered a bit more attention. But, in my opinion, a waste. So, 3 games, no interest, I would say, from the State of Play. So, bit of disappointment. Obviously, we had Silent Hill 2, which they also announced there. Now, one game that I know caught a lot of people's attention... Monster Hunter Wilds. Yep, that's right, a new Monster Hunter game, which, outside of obviously the Monster Hunter Rise, this will be actually the first one on on one of the bigger consoles like PlayStation since World. And well, there's no. Apparently, it's due to come out now on PS5 next year. So expect that to maybe hit PC several months later. We have a PSVR 2 game, Skydance's Behemoth, which is from the it's from the developers of The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. And let me try and find. Skydance's Behemoth tells an original tale set in the Forsaken Lands, the plague-ravished wasteland of a once glorious empire, where its inhabitants are driven mad and cities have fallen to ruin. Players take on the role of a cursed warrior, embarking on a perilous quest to rid the lands of the insurmountable threat, the monstrous behemoths. And being obviously a VR game, obviously, especially PSVR 2, probably it'll look good, may play good, but I imagine not much traction will happen in regards of it. Now, for those of you who were a fan of Path of Exile, or are of that or maybe of that type of game, Path of Exile 2. Obviously, if you wanted to play Path of Exile, you had to pay for it. Path of Exile 2 is a free-to-play action RPG created by Grinding Gear Games. Will come on consoles and will introduce a couch co-op mode as well as support cross-play and cross-progression. And is meant to apparently, early access meant to be available on all platforms in late 2024. So the fact that it's actually going to be a game like that that's free to play with crossplay and cross progression. Could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like that could, that sparks a little bit. I played Path of Exile before, wasn't really like my type of thing. It's way too like. It felt like you're constantly just getting beaten over the head, even at the lower level areas. So, wasn't really my type of thing. The next game is going to spark, obviously, the reason for the title. God of War Ragnarok PC.
Yes.
Now, there's a reason why I'm talking about this and warning you guys about a tangent. Is because Sony are up to their usual shit. Especially, well, so I would say this, when it comes to Sony games going PC, they've made 3 massive errors to which they have not mistaken. 2 of which are known to the general public now. Helldivers 2, with their bullshit and the fact that they still haven't removed the restrictions. They still haven't actually made it so all the countries that can't do PSN have access to the game. They still haven't removed that shit. Ghost of Tsushima, that came out recently, has the exact same restrictions. Doesn't require a PlayStation account, but because other countries can't access PlayStation, therefore they're going to make it so they can't play the game. Hence also the drop in player base on Helldivers 2. And God of War Ragnarok. Now, how on earth could God of War Ragnarok end up being the same thing, considering the amount of people that have played God of War, especially the previous one, to my knowledge, across the world? Well, I went onto my Steam to check something out. And I thought, oh, God of War Ragnarok. I saw that was recently announced for PC. Let's have a quick goose, see if there's anything that might pique my interest. At least information-wise. Notice! PlayStation Network account required, subject to the PlayStation Terms of Services and User Agreement. That's right, if you want to play the game, you got to have yourself a PlayStation account.
Which is, all in all, is fucking stupid and ridiculous as it is.
So, now, for some games I do kind of get. To obviously have like an actual, obviously, like, account for various systems. And I spoke about this initially when we spoke about when Helldivers 2 had all that shit. But considering everything else that's gone on with PlayStation, and especially the fact that PC players do not trust the security of Sony and PlayStation, considering the amount they've been hacked, this is not going to bode well. If they're looking to actually draw attention, then they're going about things the wrong way. One of the things they actually stated at the State of Play, which kind of irked me, was they're looking to try and encourage PC players to maybe get themselves a console. Which, to be fair, if the recent bullshit over the past few months, or since the beginning of this year, hadn't occurred, fair enough. I would actually say that's a bit of a bold and ambitious thing to try. But, go for it, see how you go. But the fact that they've made major mistakes, major errors, and pissed off so many people. Even PlayStation players are pissed off with them. Because they're fucking with those that they want to play games with. And I went on a tangent last time about, obviously, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. This tangent is for you, PlayStation. You're looking to expand the variety amount of people that have access to your games, yet you're still putting the same restrictions on. Obviously, if there are countries that actually can't access PlayStation, then surely you should make it so PC players that would have more access to your games then when you release them on there. Surely then in those countries where they can't get PlayStation, you would want them to have. So then maybe it might convince people over there in the various countries that actually don't have PlayStation, it might be worth actually allowing PlayStation in. Whoever's making these decisions at PlayStation or Sony really needs fucking firing. I do not understand, nor am I willing to actually agree with a fucking stupid move like this. You want to increase the amount of players on your games and spread over the PC and maybe convince them to come over the console? Then you're going about this the wrong way. Don't restrict. You guys are meant to be open about games. You're literally doing the exact opposite. You bitched at Xbox for doing the same fucking thing. You bitched at Xbox last year during the fucking lawsuit. And now you're doing something that even worse than them. At least Xbox allow people across all the entire fucking world to play their games, and if there's actually not, and there's restrictions on them, that's down to a religious thing or various other reasons, which are fair enough. But you guys are restricting it because people can't access your fucking stupid system that has got so many security flaws in it. Where on earth do you sit there and jack off and think this is a good idea? As I said before, I would love to actually get one of the higher-ups from PlayStation or Sony to sit here and actually try and convince us that what they're doing is a good idea. I would love to actually get them in and actually try and have them explain why what they're doing is a good idea. And then I would love to slap them in the face with absolute fact. Because guess what? You can easily find the fact that they've not released the restrictions. Look up Steam, I think it's Steam DB, I think it is, where you can actually see
I think so.
where it shows the games, where it shows the restrictions that are for various games. And here's the thing also. You can't say Valve are doing this, because Valve revealed it's you lot putting pressure on them to do this. And you claim to want to convince PC players to come to console. How about 1, fix your security for 1. 2, maybe don't restrict 177 countries around the fucking world. Just because people can't access PlayStation doesn't mean jack shit. You could easily let people play your games and they'll see, oh, this is what the West has to offer. This is what these people over here have to offer. Ah, this is actually good. Who knows? We can actually maybe work with them. We can actually, maybe work with them and maybe actually slowly get them in. Actually help build the market. That way, the people in the restricted countries then actually get to make a profit. You then get to make a profit. Consumers then get to play games that they have no access to. And everybody wins. But no! You're going to be a child throwing your fucking teddies out the pram because no one's doing what you fucking want. I am sick. As you can see here underneath, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of plays. Listen, literally, at this rate, 2024 is literally going to be labelled the worst year for PlayStation because of this shit. At points, not gonna lie, I almost actually feel ashamed to say that I'm a PlayStation player. I appreciate it, Inventor, I do, but I don't know where the hell they're getting off, or why they think this is so good. Like, where on earth, like, they get off doing this shit. When I found this out, I sat there with my head in my hands like, you guys have clearly not learned anything. Last year, me and Damo were getting sick and tired of Xbox coming in the later part of the year, at least talking about Xbox and the screw up and possible screw up of what was happening, to which we were actually proven right that it was going to be a bad idea, and we were proven. And yeah, gaming, as Inventor's just said it in my chat, gaming is going backwards. For years, gamers have had to basically keep themselves hidden, have had to hide the fact that they're gamers. For years, there's been this massive wall in between PlayStation, PC, Xbox, Nintendo. For years, there's been that wall. And I'm sorry, but if they're looking to revive the console wars, well, guess what? Unless you're fucking good at necromancy, then you're gonna fail. People want to be able to play with everyone. It doesn't matter what system you're on. I play PlayStation because there are some games on there that I actually like and I actually can play that I can't play on any other system. I play on the Switch because there are games on there that I can't play on any other system. I play on PC because there are games on PC that you can't access anywhere else. Same for Demo, same for everyone else. The only ones that seem to think that you need to put up this wall to create the console war again, or this war against PC players, the only ones that seem to think it's a good idea are you. We've already got bad enough where some of the game makers, some of the bigger company game makers, are literally turning around and saying gamers need to get used to not owning their games. And now we've got this. As consumers, this is outright stupid, and you're gonna cause massive backlash. We joked last year that maybe Xbox may not last another generation or two. With the way that PlayStation's going, they might not last another generation or two. Because no one's going to want to buy the next-gen PlayStation if this keeps going. Square Enix is saying they're actually no longer going to do exclusives. They're actually going to go multi-platform. Like, they have gone so... Like, PlayStation, you guys built such good reputation from PS1, 2, 3, and part of PS4. You guys did so good. And you're now reversing all that trust and reputation that you built up. You guys are going backwards. Like, I'm sorry, but what the fuck? Can you... I'm gonna say this again, and I'll probably try and end it on that and move on. But can you stop being dicks? Like, you guys... You need to... You guys need to think better than this. This is not a good business idea. This is not a good this is not territory you want to tread. To put it in Yu-Gi-Oh terms, you're constantly throwing out attack cards. Like, you're constantly throwing cards in attack mode. And you're just literally attacking everyone and everything at this point. Guess what? All it will take is just one Mirror Force and motherfucker, you're gone. You've activated my trap card, or as some of this community will know, you've activated my Alucard. I'm pretty sure Damo's sick of me going on a fucking tangent. I'm sure everyone watching is sick of me going on tangents. But as I said, as the title clearly states, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of the very companies that are making games, that are meant to be making games and actually helping us get some freedom away from the current day bullshit, are in turn forcing bullshit in our face that's not needed because of their own personal beliefs. And I'm going to say this. Sega fought until the very end in order to actually try and actually give stuff what they believed was right. They didn't try and restrict anything. They did the best they could when it came to the consoles. Their last big hoorah was the Dreamcast, and which I personally feel was actually an amazing bit of kit. It had great features on the controls and had great games on there. Granted, it didn't sell as well, and unfortunately they had to become known as they had to become a software company. We had those actually over there that are actually willing to actually try everything they could in order to actually make something good. And we're left with what has turned into now just a cash grab, it feels like.
Yeah.
We know Xbox and Microsoft are a bunch of greedy fucks. That's not even hidden, that fact. In fact, they wear it proud. And to be fair, as much as I hate to admit this, I respect the fact they know that they're a bunch of greedy bastards. But at least they're open and honest about it. Sony and PlayStation are lying. They just want more people to buy their systems so they can get more money. And they don't care who they piss off in the process. If they lose a bunch of players, that's fine. They'll just try and recuperate it later on. As long as they can make their shareholders happy. You guys need to do better.
Yeah.
I could easily go on about the state of play, but considering everything else, I feel the state of play, especially at this time, is tarnished. I said this literally about a few episodes back. When Nintendo does their direct, it feels personal. It feels right. Yeah, obviously gone are the days where we would have these massive events like E3 and stuff, where you guys would reveal your games. Gone are those days. Is it sad that we no longer have those? Very sad. Is horrible. I wish we could go back to those days, because those days actually felt more like gamers. Felt like we're playing games made by gamers for gamers. It just now feels like one massive legal battle. And it's depressing. The last thing I'll say on all of it is, if they actually do pull their head out of their ass, and I doubt they'll see this, and I want more people to actually talk about the restrictions that are still up, but the fact is no one is, and I feel like here's the only ones that's saying it. If it's still going on in a few months from now, which it probably will, knowing them, I maybe may make a brief comment like, hey, guess what? They still haven't removed the restrictions. Congratulations, they just put another nail in their coffin. If it does change beforehand and they remove those restrictions for the countries, we'll report on it then. I just want you guys to know PlayStation is a lot more tainted, or at least their reputation is a lot more tainted, and they need to be looked at with a very observant eye. And there are people that clearly have more knowledge than myself and Damo of legals and shit like that, and I'm hoping someone can actually go ahead and prove, or at least show the reason why these restrictions are taking so long, if they are actually going to remove them. I would love to know if it's actually just a case of, because they were about to enforce the mandatory account creation for PC players, that it was already that they reversed it. It was already too late for the other countries, so they were going through the process of removing it. I'm hoping that is still the case, but I'm not putting all my bets on it. I know obviously it's reached a bit of a sobering end on this one, but at the same time I felt it was necessary to leave it until the end here to talk about this. When I said to Damo I was going to be going on a tangent, Damo's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And
Uh-oh, indeed.
And trust me, I've spoken to some people, and I have said way worse. This is me trying to be as professional as possible.
Yeah, trying to be tame and stuff.
Yeah, you guys are getting the
Softer version.
yes. I have said a lot worse, and trust me, I've probably wanted to say a lot worse too. If you want to know about some of the stuff I said, you can speak to Lion. He was wetting himself with laughter with some of the shit I was saying last night. But yeah, just do better, people. Understand the needs of the customers. With that being said, though, we are, unless you got anything else, Damo?
Actually, yeah, to be fair.
Shoot.
So on Gaming Bible, Mass Effect Evolution gets surprise release after 6 years.
Wait, Mass Effect?
Mm-hmm.
Now
Yes.
there's a name we've not heard in some time.
So obviously, as we all know, the first Mass Effect was released in 2007 by BioWare and became one of the most beloved sci-fi.
2027.
Hey.
Wait, what?
Yeah, one of the most beloved sci-fi RPGs of all time, alongside the studio's other big hits like Star Wars, like the Old Republic and Jade Empire. You know, it's why fans cannot wait for the arrival of the next installment of the Mass Effect series, whenever that time may arrive. What's more, when it comes to post-apocalyptic RPGs, perhaps no franchise is more popular right now than Bethesda's Fallout. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that right now. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like we are going to be getting, so it's just saying here as well, it's worth keeping in mind that Mass Effect Evolution has not been fully developed yet, but according to its modder, that time is nigh, and it should be available around about now on Nexus Mods, but at the time of writing, it was temporarily taken down. So yeah, we might be getting some more Mass Effect stuff. Okay, it's a mod, but still we're getting some more Mass Effect stuff for all you Mass Effect fans over there. Like,
hey, we're still waiting on that Fallout London mod that a lot of people are excited over. So, not gonna lie, it'd be interesting to see how they would actually like continue the Mass Effect series. Especially since the last thing we actually got from them was the HD remaster of the trilogy. And then what was meant to be the next trilogy from Andromeda, which ended up being a no-go. Because not gonna lie, even I played it and even I got bored. And I usually play story games often. I got bored.
And then obviously apart from that, some Baldur's Gate news, which was actually released today, actually, saying that patch 7 is basically coming out at some point. It's now so patch 7 testing is now being split into 2-phase processes, which begins with working closely with a small team of mod authors from the community. That's their closed alpha stage, where they'll be able to help them further develop the modding tools and have a go at bringing their existing mods to life using their Baldur's Gate 3 toolkit.
Mm.
The closed alpha is set to kick off today, and they'll be inviting mod authors to take part over time. Come July, they'll be opening registration for a further closed beta, capped at roughly 1,000 players that anyone on PC can go ahead and sign up for.
Yeah.
So they, and they want people to test the mods created during alpha. So yeah, we are officially getting modded support soon.
Hey,
That it's in testing.
that's good.
And I'm very happy to hear this as well.
That is very good.
So,
It's nice to see. It's nice to see, obviously, them actually still following through with that.
yeah, I honestly am as well.
Because I was actually a bit concerned when they said they weren't going to be doing any DLC or anything for Baldur's Gate 3. Because it's like, obviously, they're not going to have their hands, obviously, in the next Baldur's Gate game, which they have openly said.
We'll put it this way. It says here as well, how are mods created for PC and console? On PC, general stability in terms of service checks will be carried out before a mod becomes available in the game's browser. On console, an additional creation process confirms which of these PC mods become available for cross-platform support. Whilst not all PC mods will become available for console, we'll be sure to publish guidelines to help you understand what kind of content will pass our necessary checks without blocking any unsupported creative mods on PC, so that we can continue supporting the modding community both inside and outside our official pipeline.
So that's good. I like that.
So yeah, mods will be coming to the console version of Baldur's Gate 3 as well.
Yep.
And this is on their official Steam page as well in terms of their community updates, or like Baldur's Gate 3 events. Technically, it's under literally called Community Update number 24 Official Modding Support.
So if you want to go check it out yourself, folks, there you can.
Yeah,
And-
'cause there is a lot of information on there that I cannot.
Yeah. I actually
cover
did.
right now.
I actually forgot I had one more thing. Rainbow Six Siege. So, not everyone's cup of tea, but can't disagree that it has done quite well for Ubisoft. It is probably one of the more successful live service games, considering they often do have free weekends. Well, Rainbow Six Siege is going to be offering its players a new subscription service. What does that mean in particular? Well, it would appear that they have taken the idea from Fortnite. Obviously, Fortnite has the Fortnite crew. But there's a difference between Rainbow Six Siege and Fortnite. A massive one.
Okay.
Fortnite's free to play. Rainbow Six Siege is not. Rainbow Six Siege is like 30, 50, 40 quid game? So the service will be, not to mention also all the operators you have to buy in order to actually be able to, well, do some of the stuff. So essentially almost like, I guess you could say almost in some essence, pay to win. Or pay to have, other things. What's causing quite a bit of a stir is the fact that this this membership will include some epic skins, sometimes animation, some packs, some Battle Pass level skips, and maybe a legendary skin. Apparently with a value of over 4,500 credits in value every month.
Okay, sounds interesting.
But £10 a month on top of everything else that you already have to pay for.
Yeah.
On top of already like between 30 to 50 quid game. just to be able to
yeah.
keep up and play the rest of the game, when literally you can easily just grind out on the game long enough and you'll be able to buy the other operators on your own merit.
Hmm.
So it has drawn quite a bit of criticism from fans, and I can see why, considering they're using the Fortnite crew as essentially an example.
Yeah.
But it's you shouldn't really take a free to play games example for monetization purposes, considering the amount of monetization that's already in Siege. Now, it has been said that it's meant to be like $10 for this, but
Hmm.
we know how Ubisoft can actually change
Yep.
stuff like that quite often. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how they actually make this work. If it works at all. Though, it was apparently last month that Rainbow Six Siege saw its highest concurrent players on Steam ever. So, how that will follow through, whether Siege will actually manage to make something of it, or if it's going to get the usual Ubisoft touch and fucked up.
We'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I'm also a bit, because I think it was either EA or Ubisoft that had a person that worked for them that say gamers need to get used to not owning their games.
Hmm.
So you can understand my speculation over why they think this might be a good idea. But I believe that's everything we got, Damo.
Yeah, that's literally everything.
Alright. Well then, folks, that is going to be it for the evening from us here at the Flopcast. The next episode will be on the 17th of June. So, as always, Damo, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/itsthemoon. You can also find me on Twitter at twitter.com/partywithknives. And TikTok, it's Demu TTV, I think it is, or just take out one of the T's. It doesn't matter, but I haven't posted on there in ages, and I know I have to get to it, but I have not had the mental capacity, let alone energy, to do so. I've just wanted to play video games. Okay, I'm sorry.
No excuse. Get to work. You're a content creator. But yeah, as always, thank you for joining me, Damo.
Anytime. Thank you for having me, dude.
As always, it's a pleasure. But yes, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, the next one will be on the 17th. So, those of you who have been watching live here on Twitch, I hope you actually enjoyed this. And also, thank you for the raid as well, Terra. Very much appreciate it. And thank you, Inventor, for the gifted sub to my nephew. And those of you on YouTube, you guys actually enjoyed this. And you guys will see what you're actually missing. You can actually come check out this stuff live every 2 weeks on Monday, or on the other days I'm actually streaming. It's worth actually coming over just to see what is actually going on here. Because some stuff you won't actually see over on YouTube, but you'll actually see over here. But yeah, I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of the day. And we will see you all in the next one. And as always, raise your pizzas high and say it with me. Stay chaotic and live for the challenge.
Live the challenge. Ooh.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
On your plate, I'll keep hiding.